Okay, so for Tarot Sundays this week, let's talk about how I somehow have four decks, two Oracle and two Tarot. I wish somebody would have told me like how addicting this can be. Once you have one, you just want to keep getting them, you want to learn, and sometimes a deck just calls to you. So I want to go through all of my decks and kind of give you an update of where I'm at and what I'm doing with each deck. So the very first deck I ever got was the Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas deck. This was gifted to me by my wonderful husband for Yule, I want to say 2, maybe 3 years ago now. And this is what really started me down the tarot journey, and a lot of shadow work, self-development, things like that. Here is my first Oracle deck, Sisters of the Sea, which I have been using for Tarot Sunday videos. This deck called out to me when I was at a local pagan flea market that was hosted at our local flea market. And I had done a pull with this deck, asking if this was the deck I was supposed to move forward with aspects to ancestral work. And, got my answer, second deck. Now, I've been working with that deck for quite some time, and I am in love with it. I still use it daily. But then I got called to this Mermaid Oracle deck. I've had this one for about 2 weeks now. I just did my first ever tarot deck interview, and so far so good. Hasn't disappointed. I don't quite want to say what this deck is being used for quite yet, just because I am still in the process of getting to know, asking questions, doing the whole 30-day challenge. My surprise deck that I have, which was not on the agenda at all, is the Hermetic Tarot. Oh, I have it backwards, the Hermetic Tarot. And so with this deck, I have looked through all the images. I have picked out 5 cards that kind of stood out to me, and I'm going to research those, but we'll go back to that. I haven't gotten to that yet. So this deck came from the local Goodwill, and me and my husband were out just kind of walking around, things like that. I was looking at the book section, and he comes over and says, "Hey, isn't this one of your little tarot deck thingies?" And I was like, yes it is. And so we bought it, got into the car, I counted, made sure all the cards were there. They were. The little guidebook thing that comes with this deck is there, and this is like a cardboard box, like very thin. The guidebook for this is like a little tiny piece of paper, probably about like this big, like folded in half and stapled together, and it's in great condition. So it was pretty exciting, and lo and behold, I now have 4 decks, 3 that I have been using, 1 that I have not, and now kind of dabbling in 3 aspects of the tarot world, because there's the oracle decks, which are kind of open and free for interpretation. Then you have your tarot that has kind of like almost like a set structure. You have your 4 suits. Each suit is representative of said thing, element, yada yada. Not going to go into like a whole big shebang. And I feel like that sounds bad, but what is the word I'm looking for? And I always say it wrong, but like the Smith decks, I'm just going to call them the Smith deck. That's like what this one is. This is kind of based off of that structure, but this is a character deck. So the cards have the same meanings, just the images are different, and instead of being like cups that designer decks can be like in this one, presents type thing. And then these 2 are just oracle decks, and again, they each have their own meanings that, like, this deck is so different than this one. They're both so beautiful, but they both give you answers and guidance to different aspects in your life. Whereas this is a hermetic tarot. So this is different than than the Smith type decks, as their structure is different. You know, they still have like their suits, like their versions of it based off of the elements they take into consideration, like zodiacs, angel numbers, things like that in these decks. And so I'm interested to see where this goes, and kind of where my tarot journey just in general is going. And like, it's so bad, like when I say that this is so addicting, is that I keep seeing this one beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mermaid deck. It's on, and it pisses me off because it just makes me know 100% that the damn phones are listening to us. Anywho, but it's this very beautiful, like, mermaid deck, kind of have like that holographic type, or like a shiny card. And but it has been showing up everywhere. Like, I'm talking about, like, I've seen it on Facebook, Instagram, fucking TikTok. This shit popped up on my fucking Google when I went to go to Google. So I mean, like, it's been fucking everywhere, and it's pissing me off. But it's beautiful as shit, and that's the deck that I had been seeing, but then found this one. So, you know, things work in mysterious ways. But moving forward, game plan, at least with the hermetic, since this is a brand new, all new structure to me, I don't know much about how these ones work quite yet, but what I wanted to do, and I have them separated to the side here, is I do want to go through, and I'll show them to you, the 5 cards that stuck out to me throughout the entire deck. And what I was thinking of doing is, at least with these cards, is I wanted to look into the meaning of these ones better. And because, I mean, they called to me out of the entire deck. So I feel like this is a good place to start. But look into all this, see what they are, and then come on and tell you guys about what I've learned about these particular cards. But I got the Queen of Pentacles. This is Princess of Cups, Princess of Swords, Princess of Wands, and Princess of Pentacles. And so we'll take time, and I will go through these and tell you guys all about them and go from there. Like I said, for the Mermaid Oracle, I'm not quite ready to disclose full details quite yet. It is a very touchy subject for me, is all I'm going to say. And then we'll come out, and then we'll continue just doing what we have been with the other decks as well, whether here, on TikTok, or on Instagram, because you guys know I like to do the daily card pulls on my story on there. So until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.